What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is I'm happy but also sad at the same time, as I finally was able to close on my flip. I'm super excited for the next one. The reason I'm happy is because I finally feel like I was able to, going through the journey of buying the first flip all the way to close it. I've learned so much, and the reason that I'm sad is because I lost money. I didn't make anything on this deal. I lost a lot of money on it, but there's so much, a lot of things to learn from this deal, and I want to go with you guys through the entire, kind of explain the entire experience, how everything was like. After that, I got my iPad right here, just kind of run the numbers with you guys, tell you how much everything cost. But with that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so initially when I bought the property, right, my goal was go in, buy the house. I bought it for 205. My goal was getting in, put in $15,000 of work, and then put on the market, sell it for 325. And then my goal was to make $50,000. That was my goal at the beginning, right? But unfortunately, that wasn't the plan. And there's a couple reasons why I feel like I lost money. The first reason was because the contractor that I hired, right? The guys that I hired, they didn't have as much experience flipping, fixing the whole houses, right? I think they had experience on doing a small repair. So consider the guys, they were maybe your average, handyman, right? That's the guy would be just your average handyman. They were not really the ones who have experience going in and fix up the entire house. So whenever I give them that big project, it was very overwhelming for them, and I didn't understand at the beginning. That was the first reason. They were just too overwhelmed because they've never done anything like that. This was their first ever project to do a full project, and I didn't know that until last minute. That's when I figured out, yo, this was just their first project. I thought they've done a lot of projects before, and they told me that, and they showed me some of the pictures. But the picture they showed me, because I saw a picture of a bathroom before, and they have the bathroom that they did it before. But that was just the only job they did. It was just the bathroom. They didn't do the whole house. But for me, I gave them the whole house, it looks like it was too much for them. That was the first reason. Another reason for them too, they were too lazy, because I remember there were days I would go there and the guys were not there around 2-3 p.m. I was trying to figure why are you guys not here today? It's oh, we don't know, stuff like that. It was just so much back and forth, right? And then another reason, it was because the guys, they didn't have a good communication too. There were two guys who were partner on this contract, two contractors who were partner, right? And it feels like I had to go and explain to each person individually what to do, right? But as the partners, you should sit down and talk. It's a business you guys are doing together. I'm paying all of you guys together, so you guys should sit down and all of us, we should sit down and talk. Hey, this is the plan. This is what we do. But we did also. We happened on a phone call for the first time. We went over through everything. I was like, do you guys have any other questions? They're like, no. So when he got the time of fixing up the property, right, I felt like I had to go and explain to each person individually and tell them what to do, each person individually. Hey, you do this, hey, you do that, hey, you do this, rather than them sitting down as a group or as a partnership with their own crews, because they had their own crews, and tell them, hey, you guys should do this and you guys should do that. They didn't do that, right? Another thing too, it was the quality of the work. The quality wasn't there, and again, I think that is the reason is because maybe they were just too overwhelmed with the project, so they couldn't really handle that big of the project, which is kind of understandable, right? So that's one reason for me, I think, why I didn't get the number that I got. So when we fixed up the house, the quality wasn't really there. I wasn't fully proud with the quality of the work, because I've seen so many flips in the area. I'm a real estate agent myself, so I've seen so many flips, and I've seen the different qualities. I've seen some of the worst, I've seen some of the best, I've seen some of the medium ones, and mine wasn't really one of the best at all. So I wasn't really proud of the work. And I remember there were a couple of times that I had an open house there, and I had clients, showing up and looking at the house, and yeah, I just feel like the property was rushed and stuff like that. And that's a really bad thing. It's not really a good thing. So that's one of the reasons I think is a contract. Second reason, it was me. I've mentioned in one of the video, I will link the video down below why I think the house wasn't selling or sell to what I wanted to sell. So if you want, I don't want to go deep into it. I don't want this video to be too long because I still have to go through the numbers, but I will leave the link down below, right? Make sure go watch that video if you really want to understand why it was my fault the house didn't sell for what I wanted to sell. But yeah, that was another reason why. So I think it was just me. I was too emotional and I didn't really run the number correctly in general. If you want to really go deep, check out the video. And then another reason too was the market. Okay, the market shifted because when I purchased the property, it was around March. It was around May, right? May, June. When I purchased the property, we had a comp like in the same street that was sold for $325. So in my head, I was like, if this comp, it was same bed, same bath, around the same square footage, around the same year was built, the land was the same too, the size of the land was also the same, right? So for me, I was like, yeah, if this house was sold for $325, I can at least sell this house for $325 too, right? And then also that house was sold, it wasn't like even fully finished inside, right? It didn't have like some of the best, like, you know, quality pictures or anything like that. But so I was like, yeah, if I can get my house fixed up all ready to go, I can sell it for at least that $325 because my house will be ready to go, right? It'll be fully renovated. This house is never been fully renovated at all. That's what's in my head going on. But unfortunately, the market really shifted. By the time that I put the house on the market, you know, the market was already like shifted that like crazy. And you know, I saw a lot of houses too in the market, like they had to do a lot of price drop, right? And you know, even some of my buyers too, they kind of dropped. They're like, yeah, we won't buy this year, we'll buy next year. So you know, I noticed that to myself from my end. Even on our team, our real estate team too, I saw that as well. So you know, the market definitely shifted, and that was something out of my control. I couldn't do anything about it. And then, you know, the election year was this year too. You know, the winter was coming through. So there's just so many negative things that kind of caused the house to not really sell to what I wanted to sell, right? After that being said, I want to go into the offers, onto the purchase price, okay? I received an offer. The offer was $260, right? And then I had to pay the buyer's agent commission, which was around $6,000, and I had to pay buyer's closing cost, which was around $5,000. And then on top of that, I had to wait for the buyers to sell their property. I was like, I don't think I can do that. I didn't take the offer because I had like 3 more people looking at the house. I was like, okay, let me wait for these 3 people, see if I'll get anything. If I don't, I can get back to the buyer, right? I wait, and they didn't get back to me. So I went back to that offer. We negotiated that offer. The negotiation was pretty long, but we negotiated. We end up agreeing to 278. I paid the agent $5,000, not $6,000, $5,000, and I paid another $5,000 to the closing cost. So that's what we end up agreeing at, and then we sold the house at that price. That's what we closed on the house with that buyer, right? So now I want to let you guys, let's get into the numbers about the renovation cost, everything like that, and how much did I end up took a check after we closed on the property. Okay, let's get it. All right, so the labor, which include, let me see, so the labor here includes staging, included renovating the property, the demo, including also the fixing the sub pump, hiring the electrician, and then also includes hiring the HVAC guy to come clean, including the photography for the picture, also include the landscape for the outside. So all in all, for the labor, it was $28,854.96. That's for the labor. Okay, now for the material cost me $7,130.97. okay, that's for the material, for everything, material for the landscape and material for the renovation too. Okay, and then loan payments and holding costs. This one I have to explain to you. So I do have an HELOC for you, for the guys who don't know HELOC. I will put a picture here to explain a definition of HELOC. But I have a HELOC on one of my rental, so for $56,000. So I use that $56,000 to pay down payment on this house and to start renovation. So I did monthly payment for the HELOC, and I did monthly payment for the loan I took for the Hardman lenders for this house. And also the holding costs include the water bill, gas, and electric bill. So for these 5 months I was holding the property for, I spent $15,670.69 in total. Okay, which bring the total number to around $68,048.25. Okay, so we closed on the property, right? We closed on property for $278. Everything after everybody got paid, the title company got paid, the agent got paid, everybody got paid. I didn't pay myself as an agent, so I end up netting $57,010. Okay, and then I got I got a utility credit from, I think it was from my electric company, which was $182. And then I got credit from my lender, Hardman lender, which was $2,870. And also I'm waiting to get a check from insurance company, which I think it will be $1,000. So that brings my total to like around $60,062.13, which bring me to a negative of $7,986.12. So that's how much I lost on this flip. It was $7,986.12. So hopefully that makes sense. Those are the numbers for this property. We close on it. I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna lose some money, but I've learned so much. I dropped the contractor. I'm not gonna work with them anymore. But it was so much. It was a lot of learning experience. So those are the numbers for this video. And like I said on this channel, I want to be as transparent as possible with you guys. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you enjoy the video. Make sure you like the video for more content. Will be coming through soon. I have a bunch of content already recorded. I have so much vlogs prepared too for the next one. So make sure you like the video. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you stay tuned for sure. I've learned so much on this one, and I'm definitely ready for the next one. I'm planning to make another video about my next step from now on, what type of property I would have been looking at and stuff like that. So, you know, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching the video, and thank you so much for supporting me. Peace.